The one thing that most people neglect, they neglect to put a smile on their own face. Most people in life worry more about pleasing other people more so than they worry about pleasing themselves. And see, when you don't please yourself and you don't do anything to make you happy, and you always do things to make other people happy, regardless whether it's not it's your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your mama, your daddy, child, or whoever. If you get to always doing things in life that makes other people happy, but you neglect yourself in life, you're not going to be able to find that balance point. You're not, because you're going to be really passively aggressive, and then you're going to do things for other people that you don't really want to do. You're going to have a messed up attitude, and then the person who you are helping, they're going to notice that you got this jacked up attitude. They're going to be like, man, I ain't gonna never ask my friend to do nothing no more. Good evening. I want to talk to you today about stop being readily available. Before I get into this episode here, let me explain to you what I'm talking about by being readily available in life. What that basically means is, that means that you're the person who someone calls at the drop of a dime whenever they spontaneously need something done. They know they can't call anybody else. They can't call me, Tony Reed. They can't call anybody else but shoot. Now, what that basically means is, now being readily available in life, it's not necessarily a bad thing or nothing like that, but it's just the way how to pollute your life with other people's shenanigans. And when you get to polluting your life with other people's shenanigans, sometimes in life that can throw you for a diversion. And then when you get thrown for a diversion, oftentimes you may not achieve the things that you know that you can achieve, or do the things that you actually want to do, because you're so consumed with trying to make other people happy in life. Now, let me get a little bit deeper into what being readily available means. Have you ever been sitting at your house, minding your own business? You were getting ready to watch a football or basketball game. You got your jersey on, you got your snacks and dip and stuff like that. Then all of a sudden, your friend calls you and was like, hey man, you think you can maybe run over to Pizza Hut and get me a pack of Parmesan cheese? The average person who is that person's friend would have stopped what they were doing just to make their friend happy. See, that person who asked you to go and get that pack of Parmesan cheese, that was something spontaneous. That was something sporadic. Most people in life, by them being readily available, they don't really have a whole lot to do. They don't really have a whole lot going on. And then that person who asked you to do something minute, like go down to the pizza parlor to get one pack of Parmesan cheese, when he got a whole 6-pound bag in a refrigerator, but he just don't want to get up and get that. He wants to inconvenience the person who he assumes isn't really doing a whole lot in life. Even though you're working, even though you're a good person in life, but when you become readily available in people's eyes, what that basically means is you're going to be that go-to person, regardless of whether or not you want to be that go-to person or not. Because it's like that individual who's asking you to do these minute type of task, just to be having you do something because they know that you're readily available. What that basically means is you're going to become passively aggressive. And then once you become passively aggressive, that can destroy your friendship with this particular individual. It can even make you feel like that you're crazy because you feel a certain kind of way. You don't want to do the thing that this person is asking you to do, but you don't quite know how to tell the person no. See, most people in life don't want no kind of confrontation. See, if you sell somebody something that they don't really want, they'll still buy it because they don't want no kind of slack or no kind of confrontation or nothing like that in life. See, the person who asked you to go down to the pizza parlor to get a pack of Parmesan cheese, they could have went down there and got their own Parmesan cheese, but they didn't do it themselves. Who did they call? They called you. Why did they call you? Because they assume you don't have a whole lot to do in life. Like you don't have a whole lot going on, even though you work a job, 40 hours a week, you got 2 kids you're taking care of. But the actions that the person who was asking you to do these things, they're looking at your actions in life. And if they think that you don't have a lot going on, then they will call you and start asking you to do these crazy things like go down and get a pack of Parmesan cheese when they got a whole block of Parmesan inside their refrigerator. But the thing is, they just don't want to use their stuff because they want to inconvenience you. And the reason they feel they can inconvenience you is because they assume that you are a readily available person. Now, the only person who can let somebody really know that they're a readily available person is actually you, the person in the mirror, you. So can't nobody really delegate you as being readily available without you allowing them to delegate you to be the readily available task person in the clique or the group or whatnot. A lot of times in life, people do things for other people that they really don't want to do. Again, all this goes back to people in life don't want confrontation. But see, if you know how to address the situation, know how to say it a certain way, it will not be a confrontation. That's actually the best thing that you can do. Because if you don't want to do something, don't do it. And see, that's going to segue me into my next point of how to find balance. The perfect way to find balance is if you're ready to take your journey of mindset mastery to the next level and dive even deeper into mindfulness and also meditation, well, I've got a fantastic resource just for you. Inside, you're going to find step-by-step instructions, valuable insights, and also practical exercises to help you enhance your mindset and bring more positive changes to your life. Whether you're looking to conquer challenges, unleash your potential, or simply find more peace and balance throughout your daily life, this guide is the roadmap to success. To get your hands on this exclusive resource, all you need to do is click the link below in the description to know your limits. And what I mean by know your limits is you have to train people how you want them to be. I hate to say it like that, but that's the truth. You know, we as humans, we have to be trained. We have to be programmed, because if we're not trained, if we're not programmed to do certain things, then we're never going to do anything. In life, you want to make people happy. You want to do things to, you know, put a smile on other people's faces. But the one thing that most people neglect, they neglect to put a smile on their own face. Most people in life worry more about pleasing other people more so than they worry about pleasing themselves. And see, when you don't please yourself and you don't do anything to make you happy, and you always do things to make other people happy, regardless whether it's not as your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your mama, your daddy, child, or whoever. If you get to always doing things in life that makes other people happy, that brings them so much joy and pleasure, but you neglect yourself in life, you're not going to be able to find that balance point. You're not, because you're going to be really passively aggressive, and then you're going to do things for other people that you don't really want to do. Then you're going to have a messed up attitude, and then the person who you are helping, they're going to notice that you got this jacked up attitude. And they're going to be like, man, I ain't gonna never ask my friend to do nothing no more. The best way to find balance is you have to train people. See, I hate to admit that, but we as humans, we have to be trained. We do. We have to be trained. What I mean by finding balance and how you train your people to know not to just readily call you at the drop of a dime on some silly stuff would be you first have to tell people your availability. And I know that's real hard. I know you're sitting back thinking, Tony, how can I tell people my availability? Now, the first thing you do to be able to tell people your availability, you have to build out your schedule. And what I mean by that is Mondays and Tuesdays are your days off. Now, you know on Mondays and Tuesdays at 12 o'clock, you know the college football game comes on, and you're a real big Alabama fan, and you know that you do not want to miss that game. In order to make this a successful game day for you, every single time the ball game comes on, what you need to do, you need to let people know, hey, look, on Sundays from XYZ time to XYZ time is my time. So if you need me to help you do something, it's either going to need to be before that time slot or either after that time slot. See, most people in life, they just living, they just go with the flow. And then see, when you go with the flow, you're letting other people kind of dictate your life, kind of almost like a puppet. And you should never let anybody control your life, your wife, your kids, your spouse. Anybody should not control your life. The only person who should control your life is you. And see, you always have to find that balance point in life, because if you don't have that balance point, then life is not going to go the way how you want it to go. And then when life doesn't go the way how you want it to go, typically what's going to wind up happening is you're going to have to find a fall guy or a fall woman or a fall person to put that blame on. Because see, the average person in life, they make more faults and more hiccups in their own lives than other people make for themselves. See, most people want to find somebody to blame because it's easier to blame this man behind me over here than it is to blame me for not doing what it is that I know I need to do in life. And see, that's the issue right there, because see, most people, they don't do what they really need to do. And then when they don't do what they need to do, and then something negative happens, you have to stop looking for a fall guy or a fall girl or a fall person. You just have to know how to be an adult and take full responsibility for the actions that you do or that you don't do in life. You just have to admit it. And see, that's the first step to not being readily available. You have to know how to plan your day. You have to know how to plan your life. You cannot let nobody plan your life for you, because if people get to planning your life for you, I guarantee you, because I've been down this road myself personally, where people trying to plan out my life and what they think I need to do, what they think I should be doing and nothing like that. I ain't doing none of that stuff. You think I'm going left, I'm gonna go right, or I might go straight up. And that's what I'm advising for you. So that's going to be the first step to finding balance and not be readily available for people in life. It's going to be to have your schedule set out. And again, like I was mentioning, if you know that you're off on this time and you want to watch that ball game at this time, you need to tell people, hey, my phone is going to be on do not disturb from this time, unless the house is on fire or unless something is really, really going on serious to make me get up from this ball game right here. So this is my free time. See, that's what you have to do in life. You have to be stern about your time. You can't be lollipopping about your time. You can't do that. If you get to lollipopping about your time, what that's going to do, that's going to leave that back door open for people to call you and be like, man, you know what? Tony, he just lollipopping over here. Let me call him to ride with me to Alabama, which is 3 hours away from Tennessee, to go pick up this car and then go down to the mechanic shop. Tony ain't got nothing to do. You can't do me like that, because I'm not readily available. I will give you a time that I'm available to help you do things. And I'm like this with my wife, my family. I'm like this with everybody in my life, because I am in control of my life. You know, I don't have anybody else. My wife ain't in control of my life. My dad ain't in control of my life. My mama's not. My grandparents not. The only person who's in control of my life is me. And I love all of those good people, and I respect all of those good people, because you know, they're my family and my loved ones. They're not in control of my life. Nobody is in control of my life except for Tony D. Reed. I'm the only one in control of my life, and that's what I want for you. I want you to always be in control of your life. Don't let anybody run your life. Don't let nobody have you up at 3 o'clock in the morning running down the quick sack to get some silly stuff when they got a car. Don't be nobody's do boy or nobody's do girl or nobody's do person. Like, when you're readily available, people will have you doing silly stuff. That's like back in the day before I got married to my wife. One of her friends had her drive from Tennessee all the way to Detroit to go pick a pack of Pampers up. When she told me that, I was like, girl, are you crazy? Why would you do that? She was like, I don't know. I didn't have nothing to do. See, right there, that's when I started telling my wife and teaching her about how to stop being readily available. But at the time, she was my girlfriend at that time. And ever since 2010, when we had that conversation, she hadn't been letting anybody dictate her life ever since then. But see, that's the thing. Most people don't want to plan out their day. Most people don't want to let people know what it is in life. Let's just say if somebody went up here and let's just say pulled out in front of you and they ran into your brand new car, right? You got a brand new Mercedes AMG coupe, and then somebody just boom. First thing you're gonna do, get out the car. You're gonna tell them about themselves. Oh man, what you doing, man? You ain't paying attention. You know, you're gonna come out real aggressive towards that person. But the funny thing is, in life, whenever you are asked to do something that you don't want to do, you can't do that same thing to the person who's asking you to do something you don't want to do, but then you would do that thing to a person who you don't know, who pulled in front of you and caused you to have an accident in your car. And the reason that is because you care more about that car more so than you care about about your time in life. Because see, that's one thing about in life. You can buy another car, you can buy another truck, you can buy another anything you want, another brain. You can get anything you want to again in life. Any single thing, a liver, a kidney, eyeball, anything. But the one thing that you cannot get back in life, and I don't care who you are, how rich you are, or what you got, you cannot buy a second back in life right now. You cannot buy time back. You cannot buy that back. And see, that's the most important thing you have to keep in track of is your time. Once you're in track of your time, and once you know that your time is yours, nobody's going to run your life. Nobody's going to be having you do this and pulling you in this direction and then having you do this and stuff like that. Nobody is going to be in control of you but you. And that's the thing in life. You have to always know how to control yourself. You always have to be in control of you, and don't let nobody control you like Geppetto, the puppet master, or nothing like that. You need to always be in control of you, because if you're not in control of you, your life ain't gonna be in your control, and then you're gonna always be looking for a foul guy, foul woman, a foul person to put the blame on for your shortcomings in life. And when you do that, that's going to make you even more readily available, because people are going to see you. They're going to be like, oh man, you know what? This person always blames people in life. Let's keep calling this person, because this person is going to try to blame somebody else anyway. Let's keep picking with this person. Let's keep doing this because this person has nothing really going on in life. Let's go up and pick the phone up 3 o'clock in the morning. Let's go call this person and go pick a pack of Pampers up 3 states away. And that about wraps it up for today's episode. Until next time, I'll catch you later.